Sunday Night Improv. Shout out if this is your first time at Sunday Night Improv. Woo! Shout out if you've been to Sunday Night Improv before. Woo! Tonight's show is totally improvised. All of the things that are going to happen on stage and all of the people that walk in through the side are unexpected. Everything's totally unexpected. None of it's written or scripted. You're going to see two different performing acts tonight, and there's going to be an intermission of about 5 to 10 minutes in between. We have the Jessises coming up from down south. They're the best two-prov group in Ireland. Ooh, it's very, very exciting. In the first half, we have the Jason Masons. They're a wonderful group here from Belfast who are going to be performing. They base all of the things that they do on suggestions that you guys will give at the very start of their shows. We get different types of suggestion. We might ask for jobs, for example. So on the count of 3, if you want to shout out jobs that people might have. 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is
church secretary.
A church secretary, very specific type of secretary. Church secretary, wonderful. We got church secretary. Can we do better than church secretary? 1, 2, 3.
Sewer worker.
A sewer worker. A church sewer worker. Let's have another thing and see if we can get one more job. 1, 2, 3.
Taxidermist.
Straight out of the box, taxidermist. Fantastic. So we'll take anything like that. So if they ask for a job, taxidermist, sewer worker, or church secretary are all fantastic. We might also ask for places or locations that people might be found in. So they can be like post office or submarine or Larn or anywhere exciting like that. So at the count of 3. Don't worry, no real humans are from Larn. Okay, so on the count of 3, if you want to shout out places that you might find people. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's very low energy. I'm very upset. Let's try that again. Really, like shout it out. Don't be afraid. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Yes. Field. Oh, my only star. Oh, field. Yes. A field in Larn, possibly. So another location. 1, 2, 3. Post office. 1, 2, 3. Another location. 1, 2, 3. Chair store. What?
Chair store.
A chair store. We have volcano, chair store, field, post office, taxidermists, the chapel that the secretary was in, the sewers. All of those are great. So if you think of any locations, just throw them out. The last things that they might ask for are emotions. So on the count of 3, if you shout out now. We've been very low powered up until now, okay? This is emotions. This is the good one, okay? So when you're shouting out emotions, shout out emotions in the emotional style of the emotion. I'm going to give everyone a few more seconds to think about emotions, because emotions are hard. We usually go between 2 or 3 emotions day to day. Okay. Has everyone got an emotion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Has everyone got an emotion?
Yes.
All right. On the count of 3, even if it's a very, very weak emotion, shout that emotion out at the top of your lungs. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Exasperated. Wonderful. One more emotion. You ready? Ready? Here we go. Ready? You got it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Despair! Exasperation! Sunday, sunny, Easter Sunday emotions! Are you guys ready for your first performing act? Okay, put your hands together for the Jason Mason!
A location to us, please.
Stormont.
Thank you very much. Stormont. We're going to do Stormont.
Yes! You're on my way.
No, you're in my way, Graham. Unfortunately, I'm going to win the election on May the 2nd, not you.
I do have an actual job, Sandra. And I'm doing it. Regardless you move or not.
Graham, when we woke up this morning, you said that you would not give me grief. So don't give me grief, Graham, because you know it doesn't work. And Graham, you can't sweep a floor with a rake.
That's all we have instrument.
Why don't you just join in with me and join my campaign? You are my husband. You should really, really support me.
I do support you as a wife. I do love you. But I have my own ideas. And I will fight for them.
Graham, you couldn't possibly have your own ideas. You're married to me. How could you possibly have your own ideas?
Well, I had a good program. I wasn't elected, but still brilliant ideas about housing, about transport. They were all mine. Yes, I have ideas. I take initiative outside of our house.
Graham, you're trying to sweep the floor with a rake.
And it was my idea. But I still trust you to scrub the floor at home.
Do you?
Of course.
And what else do you trust me to do at home, Graham?
A lot.
You see, Graham, this is the thing.
You seem to forget that I am the boss in our relationship. I wear the trousers and the skirt and the dress and the blouse. You just wear the apron. Look quite good in an apron, actually.
I still love you, Sandra. Just want to wear some pants instead. Anyway, people will decide between us.
Look at the state of this house. It's just a mess. It's just a complete mess.
I know,
I'm
Warren.
going to call that MLA woman and get her to sort it out. Honest to God.
Good do you think she's going to do?
Well, it's her job. It's her job. That's what she's meant to be doing.
They've hardly been doing very much, have they?
Well, I think
It's
if
just
we
going
put
to
a
come
bit
in
of
here.
pressure on her, it'll be grand. And
Well, you go on ahead and do that.
look at you not supporting me. What do you think you're doing there? Saying don't be going doing this, don't be going doing that. Nothing's going to get done if you take that attitude.
That's fair enough, but they haven't been doing anything for the past, was it, 2.5, 3 years now or something?
Yeah, because people like you don't bother putting pressure on them, that's why.
What sort of pressure do you want me to put on her then?
I want you to stand up for me, your wife. I want you to stand up behind me and just give me a bit of encouragement. I'm trying to make this place better, and there you are just going, no, it'll never work, no, it'll never work.
I know, and I'm sorry. I should be more positive. And I should be more assertive.
And you should get a job as well. I'm fed up.
Well, no, let's not go. Let's not get excited. You know?
I'm fed up with you lying around the house moaning and groaning and not doing anything sensible.
Sorry. But it's you know what I'm supposed to do. That I was up there, and then up in Stormont doing my civil service things, and then they closed it. And they downsized all the departments. I lost my job.
You lost your job? That was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
You haven't done much to find another one, have you?
No, I was waiting. I thought they were going to get back up a lot more sooner than this.
Well, I haven't. I've been telling you. You could go down there. That Lidl's looking to replace people. They're looking for people. You go in there.
Tracy Little, really? We're Marks and Spencer's people.
We used to be Marks and Spencer's people when you had a job, Jack. I haven't seen much coming in the line that'll pay for Marks and Spencer's.
Well, maybe we'll try the co-op. Maybe the co-op.
Aye, the co-op. That's a good place to work.
Is there anything? Do you know if there's anything going down there?
Why do you always look to me for answers? Why don't you sort yourself out?
I'll look. I just thought maybe you might have known something.
What do I know that you don't know about this area? You live here too.
I do.
And it's your job to find a job.
It's my job to find a job.
You're always coming on to me. What's the answer? What's the answer? Always questions.
You're just better at these things than I am.
That's
You
not.
always have been.
You're always making excuses.
No, I'm not. Okay, I am. You're right. I am. You're right. You're right. I'm always making excuses. I lost a lot of my confidence since I lost my job. And I was the private secretary to the Minister for Agriculture.
I know.
Private secretary.
It's a big come down.
It's massive.
It's a very big come down. And
Huge. Like to go from that to working in Lidl.
I know, but there's nothing wrong with a job in Lidl when you have no other job.
It's a real. God, it's. They're not even going to remotely pay me what I was getting in Stormont. They're not going to. I'm not going to have the benefits. I'm not going to have the pension. I'm not going to have the flexi. I'm not going to have the annual leave. I'm not going to have the car.
You're talking fairy talk, Jack.
I had all that.
I know you did. You had in the past 2 years ago. We've had nothing but your benefit coming into this house for 2 years. The
It's
whole
not-
place is falling apart.
It is. Right, I'll go down and I'll ask at Lidl. And I'll ask at McDonald's. And I'll ask at KFC. And I'll ask at Burger King. I'll ask everywhere. I'll try and get something.
Good. I know it's hard. I know
It is.
it's
I'm
hard.
sorry.
I know
I'm
it's
sorry.
hard.
We shouldn't fight. We shouldn't fight. And it is my fault. I take full responsibility for it.
Good.
Although I don't think, not for the fall of Stormont. Like that was not me. Not me.
I'm not blaming you for Stormont, love.
Those documents went missing when I was off.
I know you had a day off the day that they went.
Something about boilers. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I believe you.
Thank you.
I know you had nothing to do with that RHI stuff at all.
No, or any of the other ones.
No. I believe you.
No, none of them. Thank you. Right, so. Oh. Come in. Oh, Sandra.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
What brings you here?
I'm just doing some canvassing.
Oh,
Sandra, I've loads of things that you could get me help with. This house is falling down, it's falling apart. That road out there is a disgrace. The potholes in that road, you'd be able to drive a tractor through them, they're that bad. And you're not doing your job. And you come here milly looking for votes once every 5 years.
Well, I was hoping that maybe your husband would like to leave and we could have a chat.
fine.
Do you want a cup of tea now you're here?
I would love a cup of tea, thank you. I was kind of doing canvassing and I knew that you lived round here, and I thought I would get the, woman's vote.
Woman's vote? You want a woman's vote just because you're a woman and I'm a woman?
Well, the last time I looked at you, you kind of vaguely looked like one.
And you're looking for my vote, love? You're not going about it the right way. You're not very
You've got
smart.
no sense of humour, have you? I can't even remember your name.
Is that a joke? Because I don't think it's very funny. I think that you have been sat there for 2 years drawing a wage for doing nothing to help the people of this community that you're so eager to get their votes from.
I don't take sugar.
I haven't put sugar in, so keep your bake shut.
called strategy. I was planning it before you put it in. It's called strategy. I am a strategist. That's why the future of Belfast is safe in my hands. Oh, and the rest of Northern Ireland, but anyway.
Well, I think you're going to have to do an awful lot more to win this woman's vote than to call around here criticising, pretend you don't know my name. If you can say my name, I'll give you my vote.
Cheers, Tracy. It always gets them, you know, Tracy, it always gets them. They think I don't know, but actually I do. And then they come warm to me. Graham's got no idea. He thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. I have got the plan. I have got the future. The future is ours.
Is that right?
Yes.
Do you want a biscuit?
Are they sugar free?
No, they're full fat, full sugar, chocolate digestives.
Oh. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You like me really, Tracy. You think that I'm a good sort, don't you?
Sandra, if you would do your job, I would think you were the greatest person in this community.
Oh, but
if you would actually get on and do something, except talking this nonsense. Nobody here cares about strategy. What we care about is getting the whole place fixed. And you haven't been doing that.
No, but this cup of tea and biscuit isn't about that. This is about us, human beings living and experiencing, and that's what makes life. I mean, life is too short to be worrying about bricks and mortar, isn't it? Nobody's going to be worrying about bricks and mortar when you're gone.
Sandra, when we were at school, you were never like this. You talked like a normal person. You used to be good crack, you used to be a laugh. Me and you used to go and have the best laugh ever. And now you've turned into some sort of strategies and dreams. What happened to you? What happened to you in these years?
Tracy, that's because we did all of that because we didn't like Mr. Hughes.
But we had fun, we used to laugh. We used to just think that everything was great. And now look at you, you go around as if you've got all these airs and graces, as if you don't come from this community, as if you're a step above, just because you're up at Stormont. Well, no one cares about Stormont.
But Stormont's on a hill, I have to look down at you. I have no choice, I don't want to. But I can't help it. And then you just look so small. And basically, anyway, Tracy, you may have thought that we were having fun. I wasn't having fun. I was laughing at you. I wasn't laughing with you. I didn't enjoy it. I wanted to work hard at school. I had dreams of being this megalomania, and I just wanted power, and I got power, and now I don't want to let it go. And Tracy, you have to vote for me. You have to vote for me, because if Graham gets in, then I'll have to bloody clean the floor and I'll have to do all of those things.
Graham.
Dave.
You've done a wonderful job.
Yeah, I know. Like, you have to
Actually
prove I
doing
did it.
something in here. I mean, your methods are a little strange, but you're trying. I appreciate that. Now, I'm hearing you have a lot of ideas.
Oh, yes, I do. I want to kick Sandra out of here.
Your wife?
Just unbearable to have her at work doing better than me, and also at home.
Sister, That's wonderful, actually, because I have a little bit of a proposition for you.
I'm all ears.
Sure you are. Now, listen. As you know, Sandra is part of one party and you support another.
That's true.
We'll not name any names, we all know.
Good night.
But what if there was a third party to oust the other two parties that we're all getting sick of? What if there was another party with you in charge?
And actually people who vote for him?
We've had polls. They seemed fine. Listen, we have a plan. But coming back to Sandra, this plan involves getting rid of her.
Yeah, it's part of getting...
No, not from Stormont. This plan involves getting rid of her.
I still love Sandra.
Well,
Oh boy.
boy indeed. But that's a choice you're going to have to make. What's more important to you? Your wife or your ideals? Your wife or this country? Your wife or
Sorry,
Stormont?
I was just daydreaming of mean Stormont.
We'll build you a new office at the top of Stormont so you can look even more down on people.
Graham,
Oh,
how's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
no.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. Look, is there any work going down at the Lidl? Come on. I need a job. Come on.
No, but it's kind of hard to make.
Yes, I'm struggling and my wife's...
Oh no, how horrible.
Like I'm not struggling with my wife.
Yeah, but you have a job. You don't have a...
And you have an opportunity.
You have an opportunity?
Well,
Just think about what I said, Graham.
Never liked him. Never liked him.
but he's got some boots.
When I was his boss, 4 written warnings on his file, 1 a year.
Oh.
It's just very aggressive. Can't understand what it is about
Wait.
it. But anyway, sorry. On to the point. Is there any work going? Anywhere? Do you know of anything? Even. I'm kind of getting desperate.
This is kind of vague to me.
Vague?
Yes.
I need a job.
Here a job is kind of vague, you know.
Well, yes. Is there anything I could do where I will get an income?
Yeah, swipe the floor. It would be fine.
How much? What do you get for this?
Well, minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
It's just swiping the floor, man.
It's something.
But still, it's good work.
This is a rake.
Just swipe.
It's not doing the carpet any favors.
Just swipe. Just need
Is
to,
this a look you're going for or something?
yeah, I just need to get back home, you know. I'll head back home. I need some time to think.
So you can leave me here.
Yeah, it's your job.
Alright. I guess I'll just keep rushing with the rake.
How's the campaign going?
Very well, actually. I've had about 20 cups of tea, and I've got the woman's vote.
I got the man's vote.
Sorry?
Men, people who rule.
Graham, what is your problem?
I told you I will fight for my ideas, no matter what.
And what?
Well,
No matter what. What's what?
no matter what, you know, what concessions I should do, no matter what the price.
Well, I'm going to do the washing up.
but I'll still be a loving husband. Politics won't get this from us.
You'll be a loving husband, will you?
Sure.
Well, that'll be a start. You really are not a very pleasant man, Graham, at the moment. Has nobody told you that?
Mostly you.
Well, that's because I'm your wife. Do the dishes, but dry up.
Twenty cups of tea, you said.
Yes, all without no sugar. I had one chocolate biscuit and I declined one of those pink wafers. Those pink wafers are awfully common.
Mm.
What did you do today?
Business.
What kind of business?
Politics business. That's what I mean.
But you're not really a politician, Graham.
I have contacts, it's startups, you know. I mean, I work there, I see people.
You rake the carpet. Well, of course people notice, because the tourists come and they say, "What's a man called Graham," because they can see your name badge, raking the carpet.
And what do I say about your work?
My work is very, very important. I'm changing lives.
In a good way?
Why do you doubt my power, my campaign, my everything? It's all about me.
You say so.
Well, how are you going, and would you like a wee cup of tea?
Well, I would love a cup of tea, thank you.
Good, I'm so glad to hear it, so I am. And the job's going well, then?
Yes, it's going very, very well, thank you.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. And that lovely husband of yours, I hear he's running a party now.
A party?
A party? I've heard, now, you'll know better than I'll know, obviously, because you're such a wonderful couple together. I heard it was based on men's rights, and I right with that. Men just don't have enough rights. Do you know, I go to the bar, now I do have to sit at the front because ladies aren't allowed in the back where the chat is, or the fire, or the warmth, or the TV. I don't know why. And they are just there and they are all chatting about Gregory. Ooh, he's adorable.
My husband's called Graham for a start, Sheila.
Oh, my old age is just getting into my
Sheila, what are you saying? A new party?
Yes.
A different party to my party?
Men's rights, that's what I hear.
Men's rights? He doesn't need any rights.
Well, they do, because apparently they don't have any.
Sheila, you need to find out more. Go and get that guy, that friend of his.
Oh, him.
Him.
Oh.
He needs to come here and he needs to answer to you, and then you come and tell me more. He needs to come here.
Forgive me if I don't. Can you not just talk to that lovely husband of yours?
Well, I can talk to him anytime. Graham!
Oh, Christ.
Now, she is confused as to why men don't have any rights. Am I right with that?
Yes!
She just wants to have more information about it, and I'm afraid I had no pamphlets for her.
You've run out of pamphlets already?
I have. I've been stuffing them through everything.
I'll give you 600 of those.
And I've been stuffing them through everything. In between all of the kebab shops, straight through the door.
I gave you 600 of those yesterday.
I am a very good pamphleter. You wouldn't think from my age, but I'm quite agile.
I appreciate your work. But I did tell you, Sandra's the one person that wasn't supposed to know about this.
Well, you know, he'll be on TV soon. Sure, they're having that big debate.
Oh, she'll never find out.
Shit.
She'll never find out.
Shit.
And I say that one woman per man is not enough. We demand more rights.
I am more than one woman. I'm worth 5 women, Graham. 5 women. What are you doing?
Changing people's life.
You're changing your life. You're not changing other people's lives.
It will change your life. It will change everybody's
Give
life.
me your manifesto. What is it? Go on. Read those words.
Well, party of men.
Party of men. Men party. Party men.
Yes, party men. We demand to party and we demand to have more rights right now.
Go on, read them.
We demand to be more equal than women. But you were still ruling at house anyway.
Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to say thank you again.
Thank you.
Read! Go on, read!
Second point.
Yes.
We, men. We, the men, I mean, not women.
That's a fatal flaw that you will regret.
It's just a comma. We demand pay rise.
Pay rise?
Well, I do work hard as well. Raking a floor is hard work.
You get a minimum wage. You're married to me. That is all payment that you need.
Well, maybe I needed that minimum wage so that we can live together and love each other. But where is the love now?
I've always loved you, Graham.
Always?
But I believe that somebody else also loves you.
Who wouldn't love a good politician?
And I am heartbroken.
And also very, very, very angry. And if I see her, I am gonna rip her eyes out!
Oh, hello, Sandra.
Hello? Teresa?
Do you do that on purpose?
Trisha? Oh no.
No.
It's Tracy.
That's right. Yes. Yes, it's Tracy.
Have you got stressful shoulders, Tracy?
Well, actually, I do. because
How is Jack?
Jack is out of work and he's depressed.
How
Can't
would
get a job.
Jack feel if he knew that his wife was having an affair with a leading politician who really is on his way down because he's absolutely got a rubbish manifesto all about men's rights? How, as you as a woman, would you feel about being in a relationship with a man that is in a job and getting rid of your man that isn't in a job. Tracy. Got your name right that time.
You know.
Jack!
Sandra! I got a job.
Yay!
Got a job! I'm raking carpets in Stormont. Pays minimum wage, but you know.
Yes. Graham got it.
Graham got me the job.
Graham
my
got you
old
the
friend
job.
Graham.
Graham, my husband.
Your husband!
Yes.
Oh, I went to school and we went to university together.
You did go to university
He's
together.
such a good friend of mine.
Very
to help
good
me out in
friend
this.
of yours. Very good friend of Tracy's too, I believe.
Well, he was best man at the wedding. Of course, he's both our friend. Isn't that right?
Yes. I would say, Jack, friends with benefits.
Well, I was getting the dole. Not now, so.
Yeah. He's definitely benefiting you. Isn't he, Tracy?
What are you trying to say?
Graham's always been a good friend.
He has always been a good friend.
That's all she's trying to say.
That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, what I was really here about was he's actually set up a new party. It's all about men's rights. Now, you will obviously be in a prime position for that because you've got a job.
Well, I do have a job and it pays minimum wage. It's not quite what I'm used to, but you know.
And let's face it, you and Tracy are an ideal couple working together,
Well, we try.
very loving.
Well, I love her.
Yes, Graham loves me.
He does. I know he does. Tracy, you've gone quite quiet, uncharacteristically. Is everything okay? I'll put my rake down.
It's unusual for a politician to be speechless.
It's quite unusual for a politician to be speechless. She's not a politician. Are you? Are you a politician? Graham, good old buddy.
Yeah, Dave.
Have another choice for you to make.
Oh,
Now, when you kill your wife, would you prefer to use this poison, or this machete?
does it hurt?
Yes. Uncharacteristically so.
Okay. She will be dead.
She will be dead. Very, very dead.
I mean, she's already dead inside.
That she is. You know what we think about that party? That she's a part of? You're not thinking of backing out in this, right? This is the final stage of the plan.
Okay, just leave me 2 hours to think about this.
2 hours?
Yes, just take this back and
You need 2 hours.
I need 2 hours.
So, right.
I promise
Okay.
I'll be back. Okay.
Let's
It's just that
Just think about it,
poison
what's-
machete. It's not a very easy choice for me. So okay, but
Well, okay.
just leave me 2 hours to think about this.
What's more important? Man's rights or your wife?
Oh, Tracy, fuck was Tormund. When I leave Northern Ireland forever. Yes. I'm not running again.
Take me with you.
Yes.
We can start a new life.
Oh, yes. In France.
You've got the best treat in the whole world coming up for the second half. You have got the Jester!
Where did those chairs come from?
Totally smooth and all improvised. Oh, look at these chairs. How did they get there? Did everyone have a good break? Yeah! Please put your hands together again for the previous act. Very wonderful. They're hiding mixed with interspersed in the audience, so please buy them a drink at some point later for that wonderful performance. As I mentioned at the very start of this show, we are here every Sunday. So every Sunday night there's improv here. We have different groups performing. We have something like 7 or 8 different groups from Belfast that perform. We also have like visiting improvisers, like our next group who's going to be performing from down south. We have in August, from August 1st to 4th, we have our Belfast Improv Festival. So it's the second year running with teams from all over the world coming. So Shanghai and Beijing are here, Munich is here, Paris, Cork. Drogheda, man. Drogheda, not this year. Oh, not this year, Drogheda people. I know a Cork. No, you only been one of the places. Only one of the other places in Ireland. And then San Diego and Toronto and New York and a bunch of other places will be here August 1st to 4th. Okay, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If you want to find out more information about improv or what's going on at the theatre, you can check out accidentaltheatre.co.uk. You can also get to the Accidental Theatre Facebook page. We are live streaming tonight. Yeah, so all of the people are listening to that right now. So you can catch that on the Accidental Theatre Facebook page. If you want specifically improv information, you can get it at belfastimprov.co.uk or also our own Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram and loads of that sort of stuff. Are you guys pumped? Yeah! Okay, good. You are about to witness the finest improv duo I think they're the finest improv duo in the world. Well, they're most certainly the finest improv duo performing in this country. Can you please put your hands together for the JSS?
Thank you so much for being here on your Easter Sunday, the holiest of all days.
Is that how it goes? You need to tell me. I'm Jessamine.
I'm Jessica, and we are the Jessises. We're going to make up a whole bunch of stuff for you this evening, and just so you're aware, everything we do is completely made up. We've never done any of this before.
And indeed, there are only two of us.
So we are in all the scenes.
Yeah!
Which means that oftentimes we are different characters, which oftentimes means you gotta keep up!
Pay attention, focus!
Pay attention. And to get started, we're going to ask for a suggestion, but we're actually going to have you do it silently because we're going to write a poem for you. Should I not have said that?
You said the right thing.
Yes!
Yes!
And... oh!
So nervous. So we're gonna take two types of suggestion, and but we don't want them to influence each other. So Jess is gonna ask for a suggestion. Jess will ask for a suggestion. I'm just gonna ask if someone has one that they put their hand up. We're gonna get two people to say theirs at the same time.
Yes, so I'm going to ask for you to think of a creative adjective that is a describing word. And if you can think of a creative adjective, just put your hand up. Hang on to it, don't say it out loud, but you're my adjective. You can put your hands down.
So keep your hand up for her.
Yeah, you see.
I would like a poetic noun. You know, a person, a place, a thing. So when you have a poetic noun, just throw your little handsies in the air. You were fast and on the ball. So your adjective, your noun.
On the count of three, we're going to have you say them at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Meeting.
Mozart.
Sorry.
Meaty.
Meaty Mozart.
Meaty Mozart!
Very good.
Actually, this is a very well-known poem.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Not a joke.
Not a joke on this holy day.
Who wrote that poem? I'm not familiar with
You
it.
definitely remember her. She was back in the day, like, I don't know, somewhere in the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Remember, she did a lot of composer and meat-based poems.
A common genre.
A common genre, indeed.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Samantha
Broadnor.
Samantha Broadnor.
Meaty Mozart.
If I close close my eyes and imagine where middle C falls on the keyboard, it is the sweetest sound that I have ever heard.
From the time I was a child, learning to play the piano, perhaps a bit older than that fabled genius, going from one side of the keys up to the other, but always coming back to that middle C.
Sometimes I would enjoy sausages while I played along on my keyboard. Breakfast and Mozart always did go together.
When you think about it, what is a finger if not our own sausages with which we play these keys? Meaty fingers pawing away at ivory, at bone, and yet somehow coming to the tones that let us express what we feel inside.
Is how I think that went.
Sure, even Mozart had to start somewhere. Was he a fabled genius from the day that he burst forth from another meaty cavern? He was not.
He was not indeed. For no, it was only until he was 4 that he was the genius that he was. Puberty.
Late bloomer, I thought to myself, doing my scales once again. For indeed, if Mozart could learn eventually to let those notes burst forth, then perhaps I too could.
It was never about Mozart or sausages. Nor was it about the piano, but that flame that flickered within my soul to create.
To be natural.
To be sharp.
Meaty Mozart by Samantha Brown. Practicing again, I see. You'll have it down in no time.
I'm bored with practicing. Can't I go play with my friends?
Every time that you practice instead of playing, you'll compete with someone who played instead of practiced. Wait, the other one. Dorothy, don't give me that look.
Oh, Mother, I really don't care for your words at all today. They don't make any sense.
Well,
Practice when you play and play as you practice. I don't know what you said earlier.
well, neither do I, my dear, but I still expect you to listen.
What?
What's wrong? You can tell Mama.
Oh, Mama!
Dorothy.
It's just that Audrey never has to do this, and she gets to wear all the pretty dresses, and you make me sit here and play the xylophone, or the accordion, or any number of things that I hate.
It's not for you to like them, my dear. Give me your foot.
Oh, Mama, you're so weird.
Let Mama help. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not helping you.
It's just that, well, Dorothy, I can understand how it looks to you.
It looks like you're holding my foot.
I meant metaphorically, dear.
Metaphorically, it's like you're holding a sausage.
I understand that you don't want to practice, that you want to Just go out on the street and run around like that ragamuffin Audrey.
But Audrey has the hats. Mama, she has the hats and the flowers, and sometimes she speaks to Jeremy.
Jeremy is a little tart. And Audrey is a piece of shit. And I don't want my daughter behaving in such a way. I want everything for you, my dear. I want you to go out into the world and have any job you should choose. I want you to go out into the world and have any man, woman, or other that you should choose. I want you to have it all, my dear. I don't want you to be distracted by the Jeremys or the Audreys or the sitting arounds. I can see that my words have gotten through to you. So, you take this afternoon off. You do what you wish. That's fine. I enjoy doing what I wish sometimes.
Oh, Mama, do you mean it? I can go outside and frolic and maybe make a friend.
Maybe. Yes, just be home by supper, dear.
And what will you do? On your time off, Mama?
Stuff. Lovely stuff. Productive stuff.
Oh, Mama, you are so very weird.
You are so very wonderful, my dear Dorothy. Now go. Go. Go.
You sleeping? Are you sleeping?
Oh.
Didn't want to scare you. Wasn't sure if you were sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping, I was resting.
Sorry.
No.
Go back to that.
No. What? No. I'd like it if you'd join me.
I was hoping you'd say it.
Please. 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 A dwarf and an imp, what will people say?
Who cares? There's word or shit around here.
So I've heard, but I've never seen it.
Well, it takes time to see things sometimes.
Oh, Durstrom. You look at the world so beautifully. Sorry. That's just how I grab things.
That's because you're so very small.
Just real little.
Yeah, real little.
Sometimes I wonder what it's like to see the world through your eyes.
Oh, Whivany.
Oh, Durstrom.
Oh, Whivany.
Durstrom.
Wivoni. Whivany? No, that's the same.
Sometimes just as I'm falling asleep, I hear the sound of my heartbeat, and it's like it's saying, Durstrom, Durstrom, Durstrom.
Wow. I got a thing for you.
What?
What on that? You want it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
It's an unusual number of petals for a daisy.
Yeah. I took 2 of them off.
love it.
I
love it.
I'm so glad. Oh, have any?
Thurstrom.
Did you put that in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. What's it taste like?
You'd think it was silly.
Not if you say it out of your mouth.
Thurstrom, that's how I say everything. Tastes like a spring day, and a sun so yellow and a sky so blue, and little clouds but not too big, and me and you having a picnic. That's what it tastes like.
I could see all of those words in your eyes. I wish I could taste it. Yeah, I got all that. Hey, Weaveny?
Thurstrom?
Maybe we could go out in public sometime. You and me?
I'd like that.
Tuesday?
Tonight.
Oh.
Let's do it tonight.
Oh,
I'll meet
no.
you at the meadow. I'll bring so many daisies. You'll see.
Tonight?
Tonight.
But everybody's gonna be there for the holy day thing with the music. Tonight, everybody's gonna be there, Weaveny. That's a real big step.
Oh, it's
No.
a step that you don't want to take with
No.
me. I understand.
Weaveny.
You should take this, I guess.
Weaveny,
I'll go.
Weaveny, I'll meet you by the clock tower at 6. And maybe there will be 6 pedals on it next time. For the time that we're gonna meet at. 6.
I'd like that.
Okie doke. Just stop the chunking, okay?
The sausage meat won't chunk itself.
We have bigger meat to fry than sausage meat.
Chunk. Fine. You ready to talk now?
Only if you initiate the conversation. Don't cradle it. Please, don't cradle it.
Aubrey, you knew I was like this. You knew I was a meat man when you started walking with me in the street. Street meat man. Street for short.
It's gotten too much though. It's all a bit too much. And
You overwhelmed?
yes, I am.
Overwhelmed by it?
There goes Daryl the meat man down the street and meat. You old street. Don't. Just put it down, Daryl.
Aubrey, this has to stop. You either accept who I am, meat and all,
Or what? What, Daryl? Say it! Or what?
we're all just meat, Aubrey. We're all just meat.
Great.
Good. I had the cutting board.
You know what?
What?
At some stage, you're gonna have to figure out what's important, Daryl.
What do you mean?
We're all just meat, but you're very selective on the kind that you love.
Aubrey. I love all meat equally.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Pork, chicken, beef.
You married this sausage, okay? You married this one, and every day I try to find something different to just cram myself into a little tighter.
I like when you cram yourself into a casing, Aubrey.
The buttons are bursting at the seams to show you that I'm trying to shove myself in, and unfortunately, you have equal eyes for that hunk of meat and this one. And you know what? You married this one. And I won't compete anymore, Daryl.
But Aubrey.
I won't meet anymore, Daryl.
Aubrey, don't you know there's a difference between this meat and this meat? Why?
Prove it. Prove it. Here I am. Here I am, Daryl. Fucking prove it.
You smell of fennel.
Daryl, I've smelled of fennel for 10 years.
Really? I never noticed.
I know.
Aubrey, if we could just sit and talk just for a minute. Don't cry.
It's happening. I can't help it. I need some time, Daryl. I'm gonna need some time.
Okay. But I hope you come back. I hope we meet again. I shouldn't have said that, Aubrey, I know.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it.
You need
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah. Mama? I'm terribly sorry to catch you in the back, Mama, but I've just had the most amazing hour.
Dorothy, I'm delighted for you, of course. Maybe you could just shut that door again and we could talk. I'll get out. You know what? I'll get out. Maybe. Please stop looking. Please.
It's been a long time since I've seen so much hair, Mama.
You'll get there.
Will I?
Dorothy, what is it? What has happened that you wanted to tell me about? Go on.
I happened to see Jeremy,
Oh,
and I've had my first kiss.
that's wonderful, dear.
Are you pleased?
I suppose that was an experience, was it? How do you feel?
Wet.
Quite an experience then.
Indeed, Mama, it was unlike anything I've ever felt before.
Dorothy, come sit with me. Sit on the edge of the bathtub with me. And let us talk woman to woman.
All right.
You do look so happy, my dear.
Thank you, Mama.
I am happy.
I truly am. He put his lips on mine and everything.
Did he? Well, I suppose you must be very proud.
And then I punched Audrey in the face. Oh, Mama, it might be the best day of my whole life.
I'm very proud of you, my dear.
I was afraid you'd be very cross.
Well, every girl must grow up eventually. And, well, if you've punched another girl in the face, that means the process has started.
The process of growing up, Mama?
Just give a little check, why don't you?
Sorry?
Mother always knows. I thought so. First kiss, first punch. I was there myself once.
What were you looking for?
Oh dear. Soon you'll be as hairy as me.
And Jeremy will like it. Won't he, Mama?
If he's a good man, then he will.
And if he's a bad man, he'll reject me.
If he's a bad man, you come and tell me. I'll take care of it.
Mama. Did you punch someone in the face when you met Daddy?
That's a story.
Go on.
Well, it was a full moon. And your father and I had agreed to meet. M-E-E-T, you understand?
Junk.
He had such burly arms. And such a smile, you wouldn't believe. I knew right away that I loved him. But everywhere he went, there were these girls latched onto his arms. Frilly and Lily, the twins. They were blonde as all get out, pretty as you can see, and they both played the violin perfectly. And at that point, I had barely even mastered the oboe.
Oh, Mama, how did you win his heart?
Well, there your father was, standing there, knife in hand, as it weirdly always was. Frilly and Lily hanging off each shoulder. And sure, he was kissing them a little, but I couldn't help but notice it was never on the mouth.
Frilly, you wanna take a walk or what?
And just as they were giggling in response, he turned to smooch one on the cheek, and the other I grappled from behind, taking her out, off to the side. He turned and she was just gone. As she fell to the ground, I kicked her in the stomach and leapt back towards him. Your father, still turned away, didn't know what was happening. And so, I darted under his arm, head-butting Frilly in the stomach, carrying her horse into the woods. Your father suddenly alone. And then, moon still shining bright, and turned and caught his eye.
Hey!
He said,
And Mama, what did you say?
well, oh, I said, fancy seeing you here. I see you're alone.
I was just waiting somebody to meet me here.
It's important to laugh.
Oh, Mama, that sounds like a terribly old joke that I've heard so many times.
But you see, dear, that was in the past. It was the first time anyone had ever said that joke. And I knew
You mean my father invented that joke?
your father is an amazing man.
I miss him so.
Oh, me too. You know, one of the other reasons I laughed at that joke was I just knew that meat was so important to your papa. And I think he would have liked, you know, that he eventually became meat himself. I don't like to think about it, but I think he would have liked it.
I do hate the thought of Daddy, Papa, being meat.
I know, dear.
I know it's what he would have wanted, but it's so grotesque, Mama. With all
Dear.
the bits.
Dorothy, don't you see?
No.
Sweet Dorothy, you're his daughter through and through.
Are you saying that?
You're me too. What a revelation, I know. Why, even the great composers.
What about Shakespeare, Mama?
Meat.
What about Leonard Bernstein?
Meat.
And also Judy Garland?
Filthy meat. But meat, my dear, sweet Dorothy. Meat is what unites us. Meat is what brings us together.
Very strange. I never thought of life as meat. But I suppose, sure.
Well, dear, you're a woman now, and it's time that you knew the way of things.
Thank you for sharing your story with me, Mama.
Of course. It's a mother for, not to tell her daughter things and hold her feet and speak of meat.
It is truly a wondrous connection we have.
Okay.
Meaty Mozart by Samantha Brown.
For yourselves, been a wonderful audience. We're going to be back again next Sunday, so come back for performers that I can't remember the names of, and should really have looked at that before I came on stage. But oh yeah, it's amazing, fantastic. Yes, one of the best improv groups in Belfast is going to be performing next week. Hot, hot, blum, blum! Thank you very much for coming. Follow us, Belfast Improv Theatre, Facebook and Twitter and all those things. accidentaltheatre.co.uk. Bye.
Well done. Well done. Classically agile.
I set it up really to give a place for people to play and perform in Belfast. I was trained in Shanghai, China. Whenever I came back, there were a few different people that were performing improv, a few different teachers here and there, but there didn't seem to be much of a community. So Belfast Improv Theatre was created to sort of make a coherent community of improvisers. I was working and living in Shanghai. I was there for a number of years, and when I was over there I was working as an English and drama teacher and using some improv in some of my lessons. And I worked very closely with an improviser, and they suggested I come to some of their classes in order, because they thought I'd really enjoy it. And I did really enjoy it, and so I was there for a number of years practicing and performing. Personally, as someone who was a fan of theatre but had never really graced the stage, and so being able to get up on stage without formal experience was a fantastic experience. And I thought I really wanted other people to be able to do something similar, to a very basic training, but use their own inherent talents and use their own knowledge and their own skills and their own perspectives in order to be able to tell stories on stage. And it's the sort of thing that just with a little bit of training anyone can do. And I think that was what really attracted me to the art. I'd say if someone isn't sure about whether or not they should try improv, they should definitely go to a workshop. There's lots of free workshops these days in Belfast. There's a few different people running them. It's good to go for an hour and a half workshop and just check it out. But I think probably the best experience is to actually go to a show. So go to an improv show, see what they do, see if you are interested in it, and speak to someone, speak to an improviser at one of their own shows and ask them how they get into it and what they think of it and what it means to them. Because I think you only really know whether or not to sign up for something like that if you know someone who's already done it. And so word of mouth is very important, actually, in getting people to workshops and to classes, and speak to some of the people that are performing and just ask them how to get into it, what excites them about it, and what their background is, and really talk to someone who's went through it, because I think that's the best way to know whether or not you're interested in the art form or not, or whether or not you'd be suitable for the art form, although I believe that everyone is inherently suitable for it, but to know whether or not it matches you yourself and your personalities, to speak to other people that are doing it. And improvisers are a lovely, friendly bunch.